Hello guys, it's your boy again, back with another video. So, today we will be doing a what if. And this what if is, what if Deku had a dragon quirk? You may be thinking, what is a dragon quirk? How can he have a dragon quirk if he was quirkless? We will be changing the events and basically the overall story. If you don't know how what if works, which I'm pretty sure most of you will. So we will say Deku's father had a dragon quirk, but it was never, he didn't train with it because he never needed to. He was just we'll say he was just an accountant at a bank, so he never needed his quirk. So Deku will be born, everything's normal until he is 3. Deku wakes up one morning with a terrible headache, and he tells his mom. His mom feels his temperature and it's very high, so his mom instantly puts clothes on him and tells him to get in the car. They drive to the hospital, and Inko sets up an appointment with the doctor, and the doctor says, it looks like your son's quirk is coming in early. And usually when a quirk comes in early, that usually means that the quirk is strong, depending on how the sickness is. So if it's just a mild headache, it's kind of strong, but if it's not that bad, then it's not going to be very strong. But if it's terrible and you have a very high fever, like young Izuku does, it will be strong. There's nothing to worry about. He'll be feeling better in the next 3 to 4 weeks. And 3 weeks from now is Deku's birthday. So Deku just lays down for the rest of his sickness until after the first week is up. The start of the second week, Deku gets horns on his head, and the horns are like 7.5 inches long. Then after a very long time, which is 1 week again, which feels like a million years for Izuku because the sickness is causing him to throw up. He has a headache, he has a stomach ache. After what feels like a million years to him, but it's only a week. The day of the third week, he gets wings. And on the second week, the horns were growing until they stopped at 1 foot 6 inches. And the wings are pretty long. They're 3 feet. I'm just saying like 3 feet long. Like 3 feet. Kind of like 3 foot tall. If you take the wing and put it on the ground, it would be 3 foot tall. So the wings grow until he feels better, and the wings are 3 feet and 5 inches tall, basically. So Deku goes to school after being sick, and everyone's like, "Where have you been?" And Deku explains that he was sick because his quirk was coming in early. And he shows it off. He has horns and wings. Bakugo's birthday is like 2 weeks. We'll say Bakugo's birthday is 2 weeks before Deku, so he has his quirk. So he shows Deku his quirk, and Deku's surprised. And Deku has learned to fly by using the little energy he had to fly around instead of walking. So Deku shows Bakugo he can fly. And Bakugo's like, "That's cool." He's like, "That's cool, but my quirk is better." And Deku says, "I can also do this." And he breathes a small fireball. Sorry if you hear any background noise. I have family. So if Deku can shoot these fireballs, Inko thinks to herself, did Hisashi have the same quirk as Deku? And did he just take off his wings and horns? So calls us Hisashi, and Hisashi answers that he's on a business trip. Hisashi says he reveals the truth to Inko that he did have a dragon quirk. He says he's coming home because the dragon quirk without preparation can be very destructive if someone uses it incorrectly. So Hisashi comes home the following week, and Hisashi comes home, and Deku sees his father for the first time in person. He's seen pictures and heard about him, but he sees his father. His father says, "I had a quirk like you, but I cut off my horns and wings because I was bullied." And Hisashi trained Deku, and this goes on for a very long time. And Hisashi was in the United States, and he reveals that he's actually a pro hero. And he says since my son has his quirk, I should come back to Japan to train him. So Hisashi trains Deku, and Deku's life gets better overall because Hisashi, whenever Deku's sad, Hisashi's there to cheer him up. Fast forward 9 years, Deku has now able to fly for longer periods, and he's also able to create multiple fireballs at once. And his dad has been teaching him something secret, which I cannot reveal. So the teacher says, I know I should hand out these job applications. These high school applications. But I know everyone here wants to go to the hero course, and everyone uses their quirks. And Deku wants to be like his dad, so he signs up for UA, and Bakugo obviously signs up for UA. And Bakugo says, don't let me and Deku have to do these papers. I already know that. I already know, and everyone else already knows that we'll make it as heroes. And Zuku's like, Bakugo, I told you stop calling me Deku. Do you want me to call you by your nickname? And Bakugo gets and Bakugo scoffs at this and gets a little annoyed that Deku would threaten him like that. So Deku, after school, is walking home until he reaches the sewer. Then he sees the news that All Might is chasing a villain, and it's basically a green goo. When Deku looks at the news, he doesn't think anything of it. And he walks and he sees that villain pop out of the ground. But Deku uses a fireball that